Hello. So, one thing that I have realized just now when it comes to sales, there is the different schools of thoughts. There's the people where it's like, oh, scripts, word track. And then there's the people which are like, oh, well, it's all about mindset and state management and nothing else matters. Now, in actual fact, it's both, obviously. It's not binary, one or the other. It is completely and utterly both are true. Because right now, I was just on a sales call, and the reason that I allowed someone to get off the call without overcoming the wife objection and partner objection was because I didn't have the vocabulary to orchestrate my point and or just have that kind of a conversation. I've been in high ticket sales for 2.5, 3 years. Didn't have the vocabulary to actually have a conversation and overcome the wife objection right there and then. Although we had all the leverage, we'd already spoken about the wife objection in discovery, I still didn't have the vocabulary to have that conversation. And I was just thinking, if you're in a foreign country, right now I'm in Brazil, and you're in a coffee shop and you want to ask for specific coffee done in a specific way, but you don't know how to say that in that language, doesn't matter what you say, to some degree, you're probably going to get it wrong when it comes to actually getting the coffee, unless you get a translator out to have the right vocabulary to explain the idea of I want the coffee done in this way. It's the same thing. Like, of course, if you have an open mindset, you're very great in terms of energy and all of this stuff, the barista might have more patience with you in terms of actually waiting for you to get it figured out for you to essentially ask for the right coffee. Same thing. If you've done a great discovery, you've got great energy, you've got the right mindset on that call with the prospect, they're going to be more patient with you to have the conversation about the wife objection to actually go ahead and overcome it and have them to move forwards. But if you don't have the vocabulary to even have that conversation to begin with, it doesn't matter. So what I'm realizing is, of course, it's state and how you show up and how you conduct the conversation, your identity, all of these things are the 80%. But if you miss the 20%, which is the less impactful thing, which is the easier thing to do, which is just understand what to say and how to say it and have the vocabulary to overcome a wife objection. If you negate that and you only focus on all the identity, but you have no idea what words to even say to overcome a very simple objection, then you'll still lose the deal. Or you won't close as many as you could be. So I've, been through UCM, Josh Lyons, I've worked with Christian, love Patrick Jones stuff when it comes to identity. But if you don't have the words to overcome an objection, it doesn't matter because you can't speak that language. You don't have the vocabulary in order to overcome that specific conversation. And the easy thing to do, everyone who's anything in sales has memorized a ton of word tracks and they say, I've memorized the word tracks and that stuff isn't what's important. I don't say that doesn't work. It's not what's important. The most important thing is your identity, who you are, how you show up, your mindset, your state. All of these different things are the most important thing. Most coaches, they go memorize word tracks, then they go to a point of that's not the most important thing, but they still have the word tracks memorized and they use those language patterns in order to overcome objections. Now for me, I just realized that's a simple thing that I've negated. Handling a wife objection, exactly what words should I use? Because I've only ever focused in the past 2.5 years, and every coach I've ever hired has been identity, has been state, has been mindset. So this is a realization I've just had. Even though the most important thing is state, mindset, identity, doesn't mean that a few word tracks here and there can't be helpful. It's not binary. Do both.